Hi Libra, thanks so much for joining me for the February 2019 already, wow, readings. This is the Rock and Roll Tarot deck that we're going to start with, and then we're also going to pull a card from the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle card. If you are a Patreon level 2 subscriber, you will also get a bonus card from the Angels and Ancestors deck. Okay, so February for Libra. Let's get started. All of these decks, my two decks, are available for purchase, along with books and other stuff on my website. You can check that out. February for Libra. It's funny, I want to say Pisces. Of course, I know we're doing Libra. No need to leave a bunch of comments. But we are going to move into Pisces this month, so that might be a clue as to why I keep saying in my head Pisces. Pisces time comes after the 18th. We move into Pisces. Okay. Well, it looks like a little bit of tumultuous energy, but we'll get through it. Also, I want to let everybody know that I am going to be opening up in February for the Ingress readings, which is a seasonal predictive reading for this upcoming season. I use astrology mainly, but it's a psychic reading, and I also give an animal totem card. Very popular reading every time I do them. You can check that out. Because really the Aries Ingress is more of the new year than January 1st in a way. Anyway, so let's look at this. It looks as if on some level some of you might be really beating a dead horse. If that's the case, if there's something that you keep trying for and it keeps leading to disappointment and it seems like it's a struggle, then maybe it's time to move on from that. A lot of times that's the universe pushing you to move on. I see like there's some disappointing news. It's becoming more and more of a burden, and it's upsetting you, and it's not the best thing. So it might be time to move on. It might be time to go to the next level. And this card is always a card of leaving the turbulent waters behind and moving toward the smoother sailing. So that is what the message of the universe is telling you, that it's telling you by anything, by not getting the news you want, by having to struggle, that you're fighting against the current. You're trying to go in the wrong direction. So it's easier when you meet with opposition to just change your course, and then everything opens up. Many of you are going to be moving. Many of you are going to be moving or changing jobs, that's for sure. And the new situation will be happier. The new situation is going to be much happier. You're going to be, here's what I'm feeling like. You're going to be able to think. You're going to be able to relax. You're going to be able to think. You're going to be able to open up and see all your options. Because then you've got the Three of Rods, and the Three of Rods is your ships are coming in. You can see them on the horizon. You can see your success. When you're embroiled in a lot of disharmonious energy, it's hard to see that. You know, it's hard to see that. So it's pushing you to make a shift. I wouldn't be surprised if these eclipses really gave you a little nudge, a little push. Even though they're not in your sign, that doesn't mean that you would not be affected by them. Everybody's affected by them. You're definitely, some of you are really falling in love this month too. It's a major love card of the Lovers here, so you could totally be falling in love. Or if you're already attached, then it could be that your relationship is just really going very well. You know, the love is happening. The love is abounding, I'm hearing. Some of you may be thinking about making a decision here. Well, you're all making a decision about this love thing, it seems to be. Maybe some of you are going to leave that behind and meet a new person. That's a potential for some. But some of you are thinking about making some big step here. That's what these two cards together would mean. Like some sort of, maybe you're going to live together or plan a marriage, or, you know, take that next step into the serious. For some of you, maybe you're scared of that. Like, oh, I got married before and it was a disaster. I'm not going through that again. Well, this is going to be a different situation. This is not going to be the same situation as before. This is the Lover's Upright. And the Lover's Upright absolutely talks about being in love and being happy. So you're trying to make a decision about it. For many of you, this is the object of your affections, the Knight of Rods. The Knight of Rods can be a fire sign, a Leo, an Aries, or Sagittarius. The Knight of Rods might be somebody younger than you. If not in years, like younger in years, they might be younger, they just feel younger. They just have a young vibe. They're just, you know, they're just young thinking, young acting. They're excited about life. They're passionate. Excuse me, I just want to get a little bit of smudge. I have it right here. Yeah, so this is something you're excited about. They're exciting. You're excited about them. It's new. You know, the fire energy is new. You know, it's not the same old thing. So either, for many of you, it could be a new relationship coming through. That's very strong. For some of you, though, if you are in a long-term relationship, it could just be like recapturing that stuff. It could be recapturing that energy of when we first met and we were young and excited, or we're going through a phase where everything is really exciting and fun again, you know. That's definitely a vibe. That's definitely a vibe that is occurring at this time. But it might be after a time frame of a little bit of tumultuous energy here. You know, there could be some tumultuous energy. When that Ten of Swords shows up, even in reverse, it can absolutely mean that there's been some, you know, upset. And that's not unusual with eclipses. Again, even though it wasn't in your sign, that doesn't mean that you were not affected by it. Okay, let me go over here and take another look. Go in the direction of love. Go toward love. Don't stay in misery. Go toward love. That's going to be your mantra or whatever, your headline. Let me write that down. Go in the direction of love. I like that. Go in the direction of love. Follow your heart, you know. If you're in a situation that's not bringing happiness, then it might be time to move on from that for many of you. Okay, let's go ahead and do our animal totem card for Libras. Libra animal totem. Libra, Libra, Libra. The dove. Dove is about peace, right? Being peaceful and gentle. Peace, hope, faith and love. Marriage, partnership, union. Nurturing from the divine feminine. Utterances of souls departed. Yeah. I remember, this just popped into my head, how crazy, but I was a long time, gosh, I don't know how many years ago, but I was in a bad relationship, like more than 20 years ago. And I remember a friend had passed, and I felt like he was, like he could see what was going on now, and he was just telling me, come on, Vic, you don't need this shit, you know, what are you doing here? Why? I felt that, like, and I wasn't even, this was probably, like, actually it was like 30 years ago. So I was into it, I was doing readings and that, but I still wasn't, you know, I wasn't as involved as I were now. And I wasn't, like now if I hear somebody's voice in my head who's passed on, I don't question it for a minute. I know that, okay, this is true. But then I still was really questioning it. I was like, oh, he's not talking to you, you're crazy. But I felt, now looking hindsight, it's 2020, I knew that they were talking to you. So who, your cherished loved one, would your cherished loved one want you to be in this situation? Would they want you to be in a bad situation for yourself? No. And the dove is also a card of going peacefully, you know. It's not a card of, it's not the hawk or the vulture or the eagle that's going to grab onto you and rip your heart out and chew you up and, you know, all that. The dove just flies away peacefully and goes to bask in the sun and have its peaceful life away from any, you know, tumultuous energy. So live, you know, I wish you the best, but I've got to go, whether this is a work situation or this is a love relationship, or if it could be the other way, you know, maybe somebody did, this came up in another reading, maybe somebody did pass, and it's time to move on, you know, it's time to move on. And there's definitely an opportunity for some major love mojo showing up. Somebody very charming. When I look at this card, I see that charming just flies right off the card at me. So, new relationships for sure. Move in that direction. Don't wallow in the pain. Move in the direction of love and reawakening and finding peace for you in your life and in your soul and in your spirit. Okay? All right, Libras. Well, thank you so much for tuning in every month. Don't forget I have those equinox readings ahead. It's a predictive reading for the, it'll be available for about a month for the season. It's actually the real new year in a way of the Aries equinox. And I have books and decks and readings and all sorts of t-shirts and art and different things on my website. And by checking that out, and they all make good gifts too, that is what keeps me going and doing these free readings month after month on YouTube. So if you're a Patreon subscriber, go ahead and head over to a Patreon page and you can watch the bonus card from the Angels and Ancestors reading. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and remember, you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great month of February. I'll speak to you soon.